Hi everybody, and welcome back to another Shearer Smokes. And today you join me in the town of Linlithgow. At the beginning of the video you'd have noticed a large building in the background, and that's Linlithgow Palace. And I think come springtime it'll reopen, and I think it'll be worth a visit, so I shall share that with you in a future video. But today I'm camped out by the side of the Loch, and this is Linlithgow Loch, which is just over my shoulder. Now around about 25,000 years ago, just as the Ice Age hit, this was a huge glacier, and when it came to rest here, a huge chunk of the ice broke off, and once it melted, what we're left with now, of course, is the Loch itself, and it's quite a huge expanse of space, as you'll have seen in the video, and it's now very popular for fishing and dog walkers and such like. So it's a nice area of natural beauty, which is good to see. Slightly chilly this morning, although it's just after midday. Just finished work. I was planning to come out a bit further, but I had to stay on to cover for a few hours at work, so I decided just to pop along to Linlithgow, which is only about a 15-minute car ride from where I work, so quite a handy spot. And actually first time I've been on this side of the Loch, so it's quite nice to see. So yeah, it's a little bit chilly, but I've got a flask of hot chocolate with me, so we're good to go. And talking of nature, my friend the young deer made another visit across the rail tracks from me, from where I work, and I managed to catch it this time on video, and here's a little clip to show you. And once the deer had finished foraging and made its way back to whence it came, sadly there was a bit of digging going on. There was a mini tractor on the same part of the ground, so I believe that bit of land has been sold. No doubt it's going to be some kind of development, not sure what it's going to be, so sadly that could be the last few sightings we see of that young deer. It'll probably move on to other pastures. But yeah, that's the way of the world, sadly. But I'm glad I managed to catch some footage. So in the last video, I was telling you I was heading off to Edinburgh the next day, and what a great day we had. Again, the weather was slightly chilly, but yeah, we still had some good fun. And when I've been in Edinburgh, one of the buildings that I keep passing, which I've never ventured in, is the National Art Gallery, and we had a bit of time to kill before going for lunch, so we took the opportunity, and I'll tell you what a great find. And the pictures don't really do it justice. The size of the collection is just unbelievable, and the actual size of some of the paintings themselves with the frames, it's just remarkable. But here's a couple of shots just to give you an idea. And out of that collection, there was two standouts for me. The first one being the famous Monarch of the Glen. And then finally this one, probably my favourite. It's a view of the then Princes Street, and it's just a great capture of Edinburgh back in those times. So yeah, so after our bit of culture, we headed off to the restaurant, and one of our favourites, Six by Nico, which I've mentioned before. This time the theme was Neverland, and yeah, the dishes didn't fail to impress. And here's a couple of shots just to give you an idea. We are thinking of going down to Rose Street, but as I said, the weather was quite chilly, and there's not much heating going on outside in Rose Street, so we made our way to our one of our favourite places, the Hotel de Vin and the Cigar Bothy, and was able to have a celebratory cigar there, and a good time was had. So yeah, so we had a good time, and as you can see from the pictures, Katie, my daughter, whose birthday it was looking rather Viking-like, wrapped up in the furs, but yeah, it was a good time, and thoroughly enjoyed it. So as I said at the beginning, I've come down to the Loch just to unwind a little bit. It's been a hectic 2.5 days at work. Quite stressful, so it's nice to come down, even though it's a little bit breezy, and just relax with a nice bowl. And the pipe in question I have today is my one and only custom pipe, and it's the Shotgun Poker, and this was made for me by BJV Pipes, Chris, who's on Instagram, and it's just I just love it. I just love the shape of the poker, the shotgun cartridge finish, and this colouring here is just yeah, it just finishes it off nicely, and that's a really good smoker as well. And in the bowl, I've gone for one of my all-time favourites when I first started pipe smoking, and it is the Cult Blood Red Moon. And the aroma and flavour of the black cherry is definitely coming through, and it's a nice smoke just by the Loch. So I'm going to finish my my hot chocolate here, and then rather than sit, as it's getting a little bit chilly, I'm going to go for a wander around the Loch itself, and there's quite a nice couple of trails, so I'll go and check them out, and I can put in some pictures at the end. So thank you as always for tuning in. Again, I've picked up another couple of new subscribers, so thank you very much, guys. It's well appreciated, and it's just the start of the weekend now. It's Friday, and hopefully I'll get this uploaded just in time for the weekend starting. So with that in mind, have a great weekend whatever you're doing, and until next time, as always, my name's Shearer. Enjoy your smokes.
Dear Katie, happy birthday to you.